Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to read chapter 23, Blood on the River, with you guys today. Just this chapter. The next time, it'll be 2 chapters. We only have 3 chapters left, so we will be able to finish this beginning of next week. I might even throw those 3 chapters in all at once on Monday so that we can get the book finished. And then after that, I have no idea, but we'll figure it out together. All right, so we're going to go ahead and read chapter 23 together. I guess I'll read it off the computer so I can keep you guys going. Okay. By the way, it was great. If you didn't see your social studies, you do have a social studies video to watch. It was great seeing you guys today. I think we may have to change the day to maybe a Thursday because some of us can't get on Wednesday. So we'll see what we can do with that, okay? All right, so this one's a pretty relatively short chapter. It won't take us very long to listen to. And then you do have a short answer question in your Google Forms for chapter 23. I made the mistake of not putting your name on the last ones, so I have no idea who sent and who didn't. So it's all right. Live and learn. We'll keep going. All right, so this is chapter 23. Remember, this is right after Samuel has been living with the Warroa-Sacs, and he's been learning their culture, befriending Namatak and Kanta. And then at the end of that chapter, his buddies ended up showing up to the village with a way to pay their way. And they gave him some pretty bad news about Jamestown and how Jamestown was kind of failing, and John Smith sent them all in different directions. So we'll see what happens in this chapter. What will it avail to you to take that by force you may quickly have by love, or to destroy them that provided you food? What can you get by war when we can hide our provisions and fly to the woods, whereby you must vanish by wronging us, your friends? This is Chief Powhatan. And that's also another issue that they've got going on too. Pocahontas says that, he's pretty upset about that. Chief Powhatan tried to attack them, according to John Smith. So, they still have that. Chief Powhatan is no longer giving Jamestown any food anymore, helping them out. So that has become a little bit of a crutch as well for Jamestown. If trouble can multiply like rats and grain, then that's what our troubles do in 1609. By midsummer, Captain Smith sends word to the Warroa-Sac village that we are to return to Jamestown. A ship has arrived, so there is food. There is also much work to be done. We need to build houses for the new colonist. When I get to Jamestown, I am stunned by what I see. The Virginia Company has sent not only men, but families with women and children. Richard and I watch as 2 women meet in front of the cabin to talk for a moment. One holds a baby on her hip, and the other has a little boy of 4 or 5 clinging to her skirts. I shake my head. How could they do this? I wonder out loud to Richard. It must be because no one is allowed to say anything bad about Jamestown in their letters back home, says Richard. I nod. The Virginia Company lies to them about how it is paradise here and how they can find mountains of gold, and they believe the lies. The little boy sees us and grins around the thumb he has sucked in his mouth. I wonder if he will live through the winter. It is strange for me to be living with Englishmen again instead of Warroa-Sacs. Not even Namatak is with us anymore. It's hard to get used to eating only at meal times and having my food rationed again. I cut the long side of my hair and I go back to wearing English clothes. I keep my bow, arrows, and moccasins in a corner of my cabin, but I still wear the buckskin carrying pouch with my knife inside hanging at my waist. Some nights I dream that I am back to the Warroa-Sac village or hunting with Kanta and Namatak in a quiet, snow-filled forest. It is good to see Anne and John Layden again. When I first see Anne, my jaw drops, and I think John must have been giving her all of his food rations along with her own, Because she's very big around the middle. Richard sees my open mouth and elbows me so that I shut it before Anne sees. She's going to have a baby, he whispers. I blush at my ignorance. I'm glad Richard warned me before I said something to embarrass her. The ships keep arriving. The rumor is that the Virginia Company is tired of sending a few colonists and having most of them die off, so they're sending a lot, and women too, so that even if many die, the colony will still survive. By summer's end, we have nearly 500 colonists to feed and house. We also have horses and cows, goats, sheep, more hogs, more chickens, and more dogs and cats. There's hardly room to step without landing on someone's foot, a squawking chicken, or a pile of cow dung. We cannot get the houses built fast enough, and we're crammed together almost the way we were on the 'tween deck of the Susan Constant. Arguments flare up nearly every day. The ships have also brought us back Captain Archer and Captain Ratcliffe. They make no secret of the fact that they hate Captain Smith and want to be rid of him. There is a new charter, they say, sent by the Virginia Company. The charter says instead of a president and a council, we will have one governor to rule us. That governor is, for now, Sir Thomas Gates. And then next year, Sir Thomas West, Lord de la Warr, will arrive to become our Lord Governor and Captain General. Sir Thomas Gates is on his way to Jamestown on the flagship, the Sea Venture. Step down from your office as president, they order Captain Smith. Captain Smith demands to see this new charter. Captain Ratcliffe folds his arms over his chest. It is on the Sea Venture with Sir Thomas Gates, he says. You will see it soon enough. But the days go by, and the Sea Venture does not arrive. Captain Smith insists he is still our president. Now I see what it means that power is like weights in a balance, and when someone gains power, someone else loses power. This Sir Thomas Gates, our new governor, has gained power even though he's still somewhere out at sea, and so Captain Smith has lost his power. The new colonists do not respect him. When he tries to explain our delicate relationship with the Indians and how we trade and work to keep a fragile peace, they scoff at him. Those savages will understand the power in a musket. That's all they need to know, they say. The day I see smoke rising over the treetops, I know something has gone terribly wrong. 2 of the new settlers come straggling into the fort, dragging wooden clubs and their faces smudged with soot. Did you see that savage expression when I lit up his house? One man asked the other. He makes a mocking, terrified face and takes a few running steps as if he's escaping something. Ha! And look at this, the other man said. I found it in a house with a bunch of bones, as if the dead men could take it all with them. He pours out the contents of a sack. Necklaces of shiny beads and copper and tiny beautiful shells go scattering over the ground. I stare in horror. They have robbed the Indians' temples, taken the jewels from the bodies of their dead werewolves, set their houses on fire. How many do you think we killed? One is asking the other, holding up his club and examining it. My legs go weak. The club is stained with blood. I don't stay to hear the answer, but run to Captain Smith's cabin. My throat is tight with rage, but I choke out the words. The new settlers, I say. They're killing and burning. Captain Smith marches to where the 2 men are still gloating, telling of their escapades to anyone who will listen. Captain Smith's glowering eyes silence the men at once. He demands to hear it all, and the men sheepishly give a full account. A group of our colonists have burned the natives' houses and stolen from their gardens, robbed valuables from their temples, beat the people with clubs, and shot them with muskets. The natives have become furious and killed some of our colonists, and so the Englishmen feel they have the right to do more killing and burning and stealing. I want to shoot them. Oh, sorry, it's not shoot. I want to shout at them. He probably feels he wants to do that too. How could they do this? They don't care that the natives have saved us from starvation over and over again. They don't care that Chief Powhatan himself saved us from freezing and hunger when all our houses burned. They have no heart, only pride and a feeling that they're superior. They say the natives are savages, but in truth, these ignorant Englishmen are the savages. Captain Smith is as angry as I am. Are you trying to start an all-out war with the natives, he shouts, with 10,000 of them and a few hundred of us? Are you insane? I can see it in his eyes, the fury and the rage. He wants to punch something, beat someone's face in, punish the men who have done this. Then I see him do the same thing he did so long ago on the ship the day Master Wingfield ordered him arrested. He narrows his eyes. He must be focusing his anger, I think. He's devising a plan to try to change all of this. I will go up the river and talk to the tribes these men have wronged, he says. I will work to make peace again. If I do not, it will be the end of our settlement. Captain Smith gathers a few men to sail upriver with him in the shallop. He chooses several men who have been here since the beginning. Then two of the new settlers, both gentlemen, tell him how much they want to help make peace with the Powhatans. They badger Captain Smith to take them along. Finally, he relents. I think these two gentlemen just want to get away from our crowded fort and go exploring. Then a new thought strikes me. What if they're not just bored young men who want an adventure? What if they're under the influence of Captain Ratcliffe, Captain Archer, and the others who hate Captain Smith? What if they plan to do him harm? The morning they leave, I watch the shallop sail away. There are 6 of them in the boat, and I'm glad to see that 3 of the men are Captain Smith's trusted friends. Still, the uneasy feeling does not leave me. So things have definitely, it's either you go from one extreme in Jamestown to the other extreme. The one extreme was that they were starving. They sent all of their people away, John Smith did, so that they wouldn't starve for the winter. And when John Smith sent them back, Virginia Company is just naive. They don't know what they're doing. And so they literally brought in, 500 new colonists, children included. And so they're impatient. And so now you've got this Jamestown settlement with all of these people, all of these animals, and they don't understand that delicate balance that John Smith had created with the Native Americans. And so now you've got these new colonists who are disrespecting the Native Americans, killing the Native Americans, stealing from them. I don't think it's going to go well. I mean, John Smith has now left Jamestown so he can go and fix what the new colonists have done. He's going to try and fix the peace. I don't know. Is it going to work? Is it not? I don't know. That's going to be your question in your Google form. I want to hear what your thoughts are. So that is the end of chapter 23. So you are going to go ahead and go to your Google Forms, and I want to hear your thoughts on this chapter. What do you think? I don't know. If you know your history of Jamestown, I don't know. We'll see. All right, boys and girls, you have a good... I don't know if I'm going to post anything on Friday. I may. We'll see. I think I'm just going to let you work on Friday. You can always get on the ReadWorks and do the questions on ReadWorks for the Mayan serious ball game. I think you read it, but we didn't have questions to it. So you can always do that on Friday. But I think I'm going to just kind of give you a break on Friday because you do have like a 25-minute video and social studies to watch. And then you have this to work on too. So I think Friday I'm just going to let you work. And then I will post the next 3 chapters on Monday for you guys. And we will finish the book. And then we'll go from there. I miss you guys. But you guys have a great weekend. Again, I probably won't post on Friday. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to message me. Email me. And I will get to you as quick as I can. All right. I will be at the lunch station tomorrow from like 11 to 1, I think. So if you guys want to come say hi, I can at least wave to you. All right. Bye, boys and girls. Missed you. Talk to you later.